Good morning. It's I don't know, Tuesday. I think it's the 13th of June. That's how it is when you're on holidays. I'll just close the lid a bit. I'm just leaving the beautiful city of Prague after two really interesting and spectacular days in terms of views and history. I can't say it's been a fun city, but I can say it's been really interesting and extremely beautiful. I did a walking tour yesterday, which I loved. I'm really beginning to love those walking tours throughout the city, in each city. It's now 8:40 in the morning, and I have what is it, 8:49, 10, 11, 12, just over 3 hours of travel ahead of me to get to Vienna, which is, I think, pretty good. Like, that's not bad. I actually, for some reason, I thought it was going to take me 4.5 hours, but 3 hours, I can knock that on the head, especially after what I've done so far. In any case, I will chat again shortly, because I just want to head out of the city and I don't want to stuff this up, and it's really easy to do that. Oh, we hit a bit of a roadblock here. Leaving Prague was dead easy. I mean, most of the time, I think in every city I pretty much got lost every time I went to leave, but today, very, very, very easy. I've got one motorcyclist behind me, which is great, because I kind of like having a little bit of company, even though it's far removed. Yeah, I'm not sure everyone's thrilled about me filtering, but I heard Prague had no issue with filtering, so I stopped off at a service station on the way through. I had a bit of Cronin left on me, and I wanted to dump them into whatever I could dump them into, which in my case is chocolate. Not that I'm a massive fan of chocolate, but you know, I'll chuck it in there every now and again. So this traffic jam should continue for a little bit. As I said earlier, I'm expecting, there we go, I'm expecting to take 3 hours to get to Vienna, and there's a few things I want to do there, have a look around. I think, is it the Schönberg? Is that how you pronounce it? The Schönberg Palace. Interesting history, and I think that's all I really see in a lot of the places I'm going to now, at least the ones that weren't destroyed by the war. There's so much history there, and I was particularly interested yesterday in the history of the Jewish community of Prague. Because I know that the place was turned into a ghetto, and I know that everything was raised up, so the city itself was raised up so that it wouldn't succumb to the flooding, and how the council took everyone out of the area, demolished all the buildings, and ended up rebuilding. That's very nice, thank you. Thanks. I should say dekwai. And ahoy. In any case, I think for those that want to know all about the history of Prague and the Jewish community of Prague, and just so much on offer, there you go. You've got it all in one great big nutshell in Prague. It is dead set stunning. Definitely the most beautiful city I have ever seen in my life. There is nothing more beautiful than Prague that I have seen so far. And I get why all the YouTube videos talk about it being one of the top 3 visited sites in Europe. Ahoy! We're still in Czech Republic, and I'm not sure if my last piece actually recorded, so I just wanted to comment again about Prague and just how beautiful a city it is, and how well it ranks as probably one of the top 3 European visited cities, just because of its sheer beauty. But also because it's 80 kilometers an hour at the moment, and it was an opportunity to have a bit of a chat. I really did find it's so interesting, the Jewish quarter throughout Prague, and learning about how over the centuries the quarter was a ghetto, and for 500 years people were sort of held in this one little area, and it became like a slums, and how they had to reformat the land to bring it higher to stop the water running in the flood seasons from the river Voltara. The whole thing was just brilliant. I mean, just it's just like a real history lesson. That's what it's like. So Prague, it was exceptionally brilliant to visit the city. Right now on the way to Vienna, and 3 hours still to go, just under 3 hours. Much more mountainous, much colder. I'm not saying it's freezing, but it's definitely colder, and it's probably just the terrain that's causing that. You're not seeing sunshine, we're seeing clouds. Loads and loads of petrol stations, by the way. You're going to find one every 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers. It's just overkill. Anyway, however you make your money, that's good. Lots of truck stops. Being a Tuesday, there's obviously a lot more trucks on the road compared to a Sunday travel. Some beautiful rays of light coming through the clouds there, which probably won't even pick up on the camera. But looking forward to Vienna and having a look at the Schomburg Castle, or the Palace, I think it is, not Castle. St. Stephen's. There's a few things there I want to try, and food. The Shishard, is it Shishard? Cake, torte, apple strudel, just all those Austrian favourites that we know. Should be awesome. Sherlog.cz, have a look at that. He's got about 8-10 different antennas on the top of his vehicle. I want to find out what it is he does. Is he like one of these weather stations on the move? Anyway, I'll be back shortly as we move towards Vienna. Right, got a bit lost when the turn-off came, so I'm just taking a different route, but I'm going to get there. And it was a good opportunity because look at the mountains, I mean the trees. This heavily forested area. I have a feeling I'm still in the Czech Republic. Anyways, hopefully I won't miss the next turn off, and it'll get me back on the route to where I need to be going. It's really quite simple to muck it up, especially if you can't understand where you're actually going in the first place, other than the GPS. Oh, here we are, Wien, that's what I wanted. It's the first time I've actually seen the word. Well, I think I went off the main route. I'm on the E59 on the way to Vienna. I have a feeling I've sort of come off the main route. This is a bit slower, but damn, it's majestic. Certainly the prettiest part of the trip I've had so far in terms of mountains and stuff. Or I could be on the right route, I don't know. I can't see on the GPS any other route. Maybe this is the right one. But check out these views coming through the mountains now. Beautiful old homes. Open fields. Probably not the fastest way to get to Vienna, but certainly the most scenic. Well, I've definitely got off the main highway, which is fine. It's interesting driving through these, I'm still in Czech Republic, through these regions, little towns, farming communities, I'd say on the outskirts of the Czech Republic now. But what a beautiful place to live. Imagine having a horse, you got lakes, and it's just beautiful. It's probably going to add a little bit of time to my travel today, but this route definitely does take you to Vienna, so it's just a much slower one. Well, not much slower, a little bit slower. Problem is traffic. Well, I'm currently I think about 75 kilometers outside of Vienna, in Brno. Is that how you pronounce it? B-R-N-O. And decided I'd pick up some fuel. I'm literally near the border of Czech Republic and Austria. I would have preferred to fill up the fuel in Austria because I had euro on me rather than use my card in the Czech Republic, but need a toilet break and all that, so good opportunity. Have a look around Brno, which I'd only seen on the map. It's actually quite a large city, I had no idea. So I am an hour out of Vienna. Pretty rivers, people running their rowing along in the river. 11 kilometers to my next turn off. The only negative, I suppose, about this particular route is that you've got trucks on the route like this one, and it's sometimes hard to get around them. Sort of got to boot it like I'm about to do now. But generally they're pretty good. Just got to watch out for the coppers as well, because they'd love to land you in some trouble. And there has been a few police around. I'll just close my lid a bit so I can chat. So you didn't really get to see much of Brno, but looks something like Prague. Something like it, smaller version of it, not as pristine. Had a couple of town hall type places that were being renovated. Anyway, we are straight from there, exactly like Prague, in the sense that we went from the city straight into the countryside. Took minutes, and there you are, bang, you're into this, you know, crop yielding area. And exactly 1 hour away from Vienna now. Right, I just crossed the border into Austria. I know I crossed the border because there was this great big, like, archway over the road that told me, welcome to Austria. Lots of these turning bouts. 21 kilometers, 50 minutes, can't be right. Well, no Austrian Alps yet, but geez, it's good to be in Austria. Working with the euro again, I just, I mean, come on, let's get with the plan here. Anyways, we'll touch base closer to Vienna. Coming through my first Austrian town. Of course, it's got a church in it. And this town is 40 minutes outside of Vienna. I just wanted to show you what a town looked like rather than the city. I have to say, look, I don't know if this is the right route or the wrong route, but it's the best route. It's been the most scenic route. Hasn't been, you know, it's not stunning roads or anything. It's just really nice to drive through and see Euro everywhere. Yay. Old train carriages. There's got to be a church symbol somewhere. And then beautiful open fields. Sorry about the wind. Well, first look at Vienna. There's a big city over there on the left. Massive tower. And I'm headed to the centre. Really a beautiful, beautiful drive from Czech Republic to Vienna. Wow, there's so much water. I had no idea. Zentrum, back into the middle of the city. 2 kilometres, 10 minutes away from the city centre. Just get out of this line. There we go. Yeah, that was a really good ride from Czech Republic, from Prague into this beautiful city of Vienna. My word. Obviously modern, completely different from Prague. Alright, just coming up to, this is pretty much the centre of the city from what I can see. It's a very warm day. And traffic is much heavier. Alright, a bit of heavy traffic, but I love these lights above the tram lines. Or not, I guess they're just hanging lights. There are tram lines here, but they've got these lights. It's quite nice. I noticed these signs on the way into, by the way, hi, hello. When I was coming into Vienna, and it had Mein Wien, My Vienna, and it reminded me of that song by Ultravox. Do you remember that one? I used to love that song. I'll finally get off this crazy road in a minute. Oh my god, the traffic is annoying as hell. Hopefully the next thing you'll see should be a little bit of Vienna. Stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed already, you should have already. Shame on you. I put a lot of effort into this. So hopefully you subscribe and leave some comments. That would be a pleasure to especially answer any questions you might have about touring Europe by motorbike. And can you in fact do it on the 500? Well, of course you can. That's number one answered.